TrentoVision.tv. Our proposition, our theme for this week, to help Americans understand what the heck is going on with the bombing in Boston, the attempted bombing in Canada, the attempted bombing in Spain, this worldwide deal.
New York, Canada train line last week, also.
All that stuff. That it's Islam, stupid. The system of Islam, as opposed to the religion of Islam, the system of Islam has in it teaching that necessitates, mandates kinetic, which is physical, offensive, aggressive activity against the non-believer. Now, the only thing you need to understand the threat doctrine of Islam is to answer this question: who knows more about Islam? Yosef Qaradari, the spiritual leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, or your friend next door, your nice Muslim friend next door who's a doctor and he's got great kids and he prays 5 times a day? Tell me who knows more about Islam, okay? And that's a trick question.
Now, how about
wait a minute. Because if you answer like you want to, my neighbor next door with the 5 kids and they pray and you're an idiot. You're a complete idiot and you're a frightened idiot. If you tell the truth, Joseph Qaradari knows more about Islam than your neighbor Abdullah next door. Now you're scared out of your mind because what we're saying, our observations are true. It's Islam, stupid.
Qaradari was supposed to attend an interfaith committee last week, and when he found out there were going to be Jews sitting at the table at the committee, he refused to attend.
Oh, really?
He refused to attend.
Oh, wait. This was an interfaith, so he knew it was an interfaith.
He knew it was interfaith, yet somehow...
No Jews at the interfaith thing. Yeah. That's Qaradari. That's Joseph Qaradari.
Just in the last 7 days that happened.
And he's old. He's like in his late 80s or so. But if Joseph Qaradari knows more about Islam than your friend down the street, we're in for a world of trouble. Let's continue with the video.
Walid Fatahi wrote in Arabic newspapers that Jews are the rapists of the worshippers of Allah and should be scourged.
He's on the board
of Islam. The most
recently
recently added trustee, Jamal Badawi, promotes wife-beating and demands that Muslims establish Sharia Islamic law wherever they live.
When you hear me say Islamic Center, they're usually called Islamic Centers. But over here in Boston, they want it to be a little fancier. They call it an Islamic Society and Cultural Center. That's actually the full name of it.
Now, he's got a big old Zabita. Tom, tell him about the Zabita.
Yeah. Well, put his picture on there. Put Badawi back up. And if we can play that little piece, see that little bump on his head, Zabita, prayer bump? That's a sign of religious superiority in Islam, because you honor Allah so much by banging your friggin' head against the concrete.
He's a big Metallica fan,
you develop a unicorn here. Yeah, you develop a unicorn type thing. And that is a badge of honor. But look at what the narrator says regarding what Badawi wants. So replay that short section, and we're going to have to bring it to a close here. Yeah, right about there.
That Jews are the rapists of the worshippers
yes,
of
they
Allah
are. We know that.
And should be scourged.
Now listen to Badawi.
The most recently added trustee, Jamal Badawi, promotes wife-beating and demands that Muslims establish Sharia Islamic law wherever they live.
Wherever they live. Okay, cut that.
The organization that runs...
Badawi is on the Fiqh Council, the group of scholars, Islamic scholars, who interpret the nuances and the fine points of the Sharia. Let me ask you a question out there, Mr. Mayor Menino and Governor Duval and every other American. Do you think James Badawi, who sits on the Fiqh Council and has a gigantic callus on his head from banging his head on the ground, knows more about Islam than your neighbor Abdullah with the 5 kids and the nice lady, and they pray every day and they go and you have barbecues with them? And who do you think knows more about Islam? If you say your neighbor knows more about Islam than James Badawi, you are an idiot.
Jamal Badawi. His brother James.
Jamal. But if you say Jamal knows more about Islam, then you better be very frightened, because what we are observing in our analysis of who and why Boston is being bombed, what we are presenting to you is factual information that's extremely frightening, because this is what Islam is. It leads to kinetic implementation of jihad to establish the Sharia for the sake of Allah, folks. That's the whole game right there. Could Muslims who follow the Islam be nice people? Sure. To the degree they follow the doctrines and teachings, they are not going to be nice people. They're going to be people like Badawi and these others. Could a Muslim be a good Westerner? Sure, if he rejects all these teachings. But let's get it straight. It's Islam, stupid. That's the problem. You're going to be shocked at some of the stuff we're going to show you. You take care now. Tom Trento saying goodbye.